So this company called Vantrue sent this to me to go check out. It's a $200 dash camera, and you might be thinking to yourself, what a deal, or that's a ripoff. We're gonna go see whether any of those are true. This is a 1080p Full HD dash camera. It's called the Dashcam N2 Pro. And what does the Pro mean? Well, based on what I've read online, it has infrared lights. In any situation, you might want to have one of these in your car, because you never know what might happen in front of you, what might happen behind you. I'm kind of guilty of this. Typically, you want to put a camera on the front of your car and also on the back. I've been too lazy to put one on the rear, which I could have caught a lot of things happening. I've actually had cops follow me, I've had people follow me, I've had a lot of situations unfold because I drive this old police car, which is a conversation in and of itself, and I'll probably talk about that at some other time. But it does happen. So when it does happen, it's good to have a camera on the rear. So this is the Vantrue dash camera. I'm gonna go ahead and use a pair of scissors. Wow, that's a really nice package, actually. I'm in love with this red color, red orangey color. It looks red, but it might show up as orange on the camera. I don't want to litter, so I'm going to throw this trash in my car. It says here on the back, this is a dual camera, and let me make sure this thing is in focus. 1080p front, 1080p back, 1440p front, 30 frames per second, 1.5 inch LCD screen, has 170 degrees of field of view, ultra wide front lens, also 140 wide back lens, HDR, 8 emergency parking, yada yada yada, and then you got some other stuff down there. This is the camera. This is what you guys wanted to see. It has a little fold here, so you just lift that up and let's see what comes in. It says here, enjoy your product. Hopefully I will. Yeah. Not gonna read that right now. Oh crap, darn it, dagnammit, it fell underneath the car. Oh shoot. Alright, so what else comes in the box? We get this little thing here. It talks about the GPS receiver mount. This, I guess that's sold separately. I'm just going to put that there. And we also get the, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a truck in the background, and it has a little, I don't know what that is. Can y'all tell what that is? Not sure what that is. And here is the, I guess this is the user manual from the booklet. You see that's the LCD screen, there's the back camera. Yeah, it's the user manual. I'm gonna look at that later. But here is the camera itself. Check this out. Alright, let's look at that. Alright, build quality, I'd have to say, you know, it's pretty decent. I mean, very light. I thought it would be a little heavier, but you don't really need anything too heavy. But, you know, looks like it'll get the job done. There's the front-facing camera. Here's the rear-facing camera. We have a, it's not a micro USB, it's a USB mini port. And then we get we have a micro SD slot and a HDMI. And then on this side, okay, right here, I'm assuming that's where you put the mount. What else is in the box? Let's see. We got a car charger. I'm gonna open these up. Hold on a sec. And then we have the actual suction mount itself. There's a USB mini port right there, and I guess this is the clip that goes on the top of the camera. Now I want to show you guys the cables. Looks like, yeah, there it is right there. Mini USB, and then a car charger, and then this thing. Let's see what this is. Not quite sure what this is. Really don't want to rip up the bag, but I guess I have no choice. Oh, I just dropped it. Oh boy. Okay, and we get our own, okay, it looks like another mini USB port or cable and to USB type A. Great. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this in the car. Alright, can you guys see me? Hopefully you can. I'll just put this on my shirt. Alright, so welcome to my junky car. Don't mind the mess. So I already have a camera currently installed on my car. However, it doesn't have the rear facing camera attached to it. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this one, and I'm going to put this one in, and we're going to see how the footage turns out. So what I'm going to start off by doing is not read the instructions, because who wants to read instructions? Nobody. So this is the suction cup mount. This goes on the windshield like that. I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to unplug this, and basically take this off. Boom, old camera gone. I actually like this camera. It's actually a pretty decent camera. I might actually put this on the rear, but this camera, again, it has the front facing camera and the rear and infrared. I mean, you can't go wrong with infrared, can you? Apparently I can't use this cable because, first off, this is a micro USB cable, and this has a USB mini port. So unless there's an adapter that I could use or find that might change, I probably won't be able to use this. I'll use it for the rear, but I can't use it for the front. And I'm probably going to use it for the rear. Alright, there's a bug on my windshield, and now I'm going to attach it to the windshield. So all you have to do is, I would suggest getting a little bit of water and just dab it on there. Not like that. I mean, you know, you want to just put it a little bit on there, and then mount it up here on the window. And you got to turn this thing, apparently. Now I probably can't mount it up there. Oh boy. I want to try and get it in a spot so that it's not super obvious, but at the same time it gets a good image. I'm dropping my bottles. So I'm going to take my advice and put a little bit of water on this thing. Oh boy, too much water. Oh no. Where's the lid? Where's the lid when you need it? Did I lose it? Oh crap. Oh no, I found it. Yeah, guys, don't be stupid like me, okay? Take your time. I wouldn't put this much water. That's a little too much water. I don't know if you can see that. Let me froze a little bit. Okay, boom. Now that you have a little bit of water on the suction cup mount, positioning it where you want it, and then turning this thing down. Crap. Okay, don't do what I just did. But you want to get it on there, like that, and gosh. You want to turn it. There you go. And you should finally have it on there like that. Oh, how do I take this? Okay, great. I'm gonna move it right here. I don't know if it's probably not a good spot. I should probably put it on this side. It's probably what I should do. I should probably put it right here, but I really don't want it right there. Gosh, guys, this is the hardest thing. Positioning this thing, getting a good spot is just out of this world. Okay, so I think I found the great spot. So what I'm gonna do now is, I can't start it. I can't turn it on. I'm not gonna use this thing because I wanted to have an extra port. So if I want to plug my phone up to my to this little slot here, I don't want this entire port to be occupied by this thing. Oh my gosh, it actually comes with a USB port on the bottom. I changed my mind. I'm gonna actually put this in. That's funny. So I'm gonna disable this. Actually, I'm probably gonna plug it in down there, but I'll put this in here. Does it work? I don't know if this thing fits. We're gonna go ahead and wire this up, and you guys are gonna see this live. Alrighty, so now we have the cable. It's right here. I gotta get rid of this white one and install this black one. So I gotta take this A-pillar down, or this little plastic piece here. I'll set that down there. This is the cable that needs to come out. Yeah. Yep. I gotta open the door, and then I gotta go under this thing. Alright. Oh, you know what I should have did? I should have fished a wire. Yeah, it's too late now. I just went down the thing, so. Alright. Fishing the wire is so much easier than having to try and force it up. It's like water almost, you know. You don't want to. This sucks, guys. I'm a dummy. Okay. So I got to get out of the car apparently and do this the right way. All right. Oh Oh man, I got just enough space for my hand to go up this thing. I don't want to mess anything else up, but I feel like I will, or I just might. Okay, I gotta get my hand out of here. This is not gonna work, guys. All right. Okay, so I don't know how I got this thing up here the first time, but I'm gonna have to do something because my hand's not gonna fit up there. Maybe I have to take this off. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drag, okay, instead of going up, I can go down. So I'm gonna bring this cable down and hopefully I can pull the other cable up by just tying it. That's if I can fit it down here. This is gonna be a doozy, guys. A doozy. Oh, you know what that yellow stuff is? That's rust. Duh. What else would it be? Cheetos? I doubt somebody was eating Cheetos back here trying to do this kind of stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry about that, fellas. The camera was hit by the door. Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, there it is. So, I'm gonna try and tie it. I want to make sure I don't damage the cables because these seem like fragile cables. Really don't want to mess those up. Oh, I got it. Sorta ish, but it's stuck. Okay, I finally got it. Untie it. Boom. All right. So now I can hop back in the car. This cool car. This is the black cable. I have to feed it up the A pillar and then down towards the camera. So right now, I want to give the cable some slack because I don't want it to be too tight on this this camera. This plastic trim piece, I gotta make sure it's not pinching the cable because then that's gonna be a problem. So, just gotta get it in there and make sure it's not touching anything. And you just like that. Holy crap. So now what you want to do is, since we have everything up here done, whatever, I want to try and you know, figure this situation out. We're gonna put this cable between this trim piece underneath the steering column and then route it towards my cigarette lighter because I don't really want this near my pedals at all. I think that's going to be a hazard, so I got to try and avoid going down there as much as possible. So I'm just going to pull the trim piece down. Now, depending on what kind of car you're driving, you know, these tips might not fit your specifications. Now, I'm almost done here because actually I'm done. Like I got this cable out, so that's finished. Now all I have to do is just reroute this cable here and then bring it down. Last but not least, I stick this in here and ooh, did you hear that? Okay guys, so I got everything set up and I have an idea of how this thing works, so we're gonna go ahead and walk through it. So to turn this camera on, there's a button on the bottom and it has a little power on button right here. So you just turn that on and you press it down for a few seconds. Right now it's recording. It's recording whatever's on the inside of the car, and it's also recording whatever's in front of the car. And this is basically what you're seeing. This is what's being recorded. I know a lot of you really don't want to see me just going on and on about this kind of stuff, so let's go ahead and make this fast and quick and easy. Yeah? Alright, yeah, somebody just stopped me. But anyway, so basically to get to the menu, you have to turn the camera off the recording setting, because you'll notice when it's recording, because it'll the camera from recording. This is how you'll be able to reach the menu. You push this button right here, the M, and you'll have a few settings to choose from. You can go to record setup. You push this little arrow button, you'll have system setup, GPS setup, and files. and then it'll loop back to the very first option. Well, let's go for the camera settings here. You get resolution. You have several options to choose from. Notice how it says dual for this first option. That means it'll film through the front and the back camera, but only at those resolutions. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to leave mine on dual because I really want to make sure I film whatever's inside the car, behind the car, and also whatever's in front of the car. So I'm going to leave it on dual. You also have loop recording. This camera is getting kind of hot, I'm noticing, which is unusual because the other camera that I have, it does not really get this hot, but that's just something that I'm noticing. You have G-sensor. Basically this detects the sensitivity of your vehicle. It locks the footage in place in case you do get into an accident or somebody pushes the vehicle. It'll sense that and it'll let you know. So you got those options. You also have audio recording, which you can turn it off. You have parking mode, exposure, number plates. So with stamps here, you can choose to have the logo on here, date stamp, your speed stamp, and GPS stamp on here. Rotate display. Also have time-lapse mode and power off display. So you have language, format, date, time, auto, LCD off. We have device sound, we have frequency, system info, and default settings. If we go back, we have GPS setup. Now this thing apparently at the top can detect where exactly you are on the map if you copy and paste those coordinates. And then you have files, so you can actually go through here and look at all of the clips that you've just recorded. It's great. It's a great feature. So I'm going to do some driving around here in the country and we're going to see how this thing actually does. Oh gosh, it is windy outside. But that's what it looks like, guys. It's hooked up. Okay, so a few things. Number one, this is a great buy. Also, you have other options to choose from. I know I've been in the market for dash cams for quite a while. I've been looking at ones. I've bought a few, and I've seen the ones where they film, AVI, and then I've seen ones that film MP4. If you can get one, I would suggest buying one that films MP4. And I'll tell you why. AVI uses a lot of space. MP4 is a format that's more compressed, and it doesn't take a lot of space, in terms of recording time, you're going to have a lot more files to work with, and it's going to record for probably a lot longer, more so than with AVI. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just do a quick Google search on AVI versus MP4 and you'll see a whole lot about that. But this is the old camera that I was using. I'm probably going to mount this on the rear part of my car, but so far, I mean, I'm very pleased with this stealthy looking design. If only this camera was on this side, I would be able to push it up a little higher, because this thing is blocking the thing. Oh, there's a graveyard back there. Would I spend $200 on a dash camera? Well, it depends. If you look at it, it could save your butt. You never know what kind of situation you might be in, and you might need that dependable action camera. Now, there are some out there that are a quarter of the price that that this thing is. I've had a fair share of cameras in my history of driving, and I've seen crappy cameras, just horrible quality. It's all the way up to 4K, great. Well, it claims to be 4K. It's not really 4K. It's like upscaled 4K, but it's still decent. You can read the license plates or whatever. But I know I did a review on an action camera that I bought from Walmart for 20 bucks. Regardless, you need to at least have something that's on your car that films, whatever is going on in front of you or behind you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.